to support the platform just in case anything like this happens again, you can do it by way of PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and also by the Anchor. And you can also further support the platform by way of going to the Teespring store or the shoe store that is located in the comment section below. So what we're going to do here is that we're going to look at the clip here of this black man who was a part of a certain community, and he's going to say a variety of things of how he feels about certain things dealing with television shows that in a sense glorify murderers and things of that nature, and how it is that he feels that the that society in a sense does not care due to the fact of the complexion of the victims and the very specific community in which the victims are part of.
I'm sure by now we have seen that discourse that is going on about this man right here, but I don't want to point anything out about him, but more so the people that engage in this type of true crime media and the people who seem to be obsessed with this show. Now, this is by no means me trying to change your mind or get you to care about black people. That is not my concern. I think because his victims were gay and black, that it's easier for people to disregard them. I think the people who push for this type of true crime media have no regard for the victims' families who have to relive all of this. This may be a hard pill to swallow, but he wasn't attractive, he wasn't intriguing, he wasn't mysterious, he was just white. Also, I think what is more pathetic is the people that run to the internet to defend him. They're running to the internet to defend a murderous, racist pedophile. Let's not forget that some of his victims were underage. I saw a video of a girl saying that when he was murdering the black men, she felt nothing, but when he was killed, all of a sudden she got teary-eyed. That same woman is said to be in a relationship with a black man, so I'm only guessing that she views black men the same way that Jeffrey viewed his victims, as bodies. And also, could those same racial biases be the same reason that people will not investigate serial killers within other communities? I'm also noticing that whenever white people do things like this, it's seen as entertainment and they develop cult-like followings. But when somebody who is not white does some of the same things as seen as acts of terrorism, it's seen as stereotypical behavior. But again, these types of shows don't really tell me anything about the killer. It tells me things about the audience, what they're okay with and what they will allow and who they will allow it from.
Now, I want y'all to specifically just think about the fact, these two facts when we first opened up the gate. He said, I'm not trying to get y'all to care about black people, right? So he already generalized the whole thing is in a sense, this is a black thing. This is something that happened to black people, right? A generalization. And this is when within the same breath, right, that separation comes, right? He went from generalizing, saying that I'm not trying to get you to care about black people, to it being that I don't think people really care due to the fact that the people involved are gay and black. Which one is it? Which one is it? This is what I'm talking about. This is what I have a severe problem with when it comes to the double talk that happens. You're going to try to say that it's a black thing. You're gonna try to tell people that you're not trying to get them to care about black people, and then after making that generalization, right, as putting all black people together, then you go from that and separate it and say that all of these things took place, and the reason why it is that people don't seem to care is because the people are gay and black. What are we doing here? What, like, this is why when I listen to these conversations, my brain automatically cuts off, because you have this type of double talk that takes place and people just don't know where it is or what it is that they're trying to point out or where it is that they're going. It sounds completely crazy. And then he wanted to go into the aspect of how Jeffrey Dahmer looked. He wanted to say he wasn't this, he wasn't that, he wasn't this, he wasn't that, but he was just white. That's the point, because that's how easy it is. He was a basic, average, everyday white dude. He preyed directly on black gay men. And for whatever reason, black gay men during that time frame were just eating it up. Like I said before, it's beyond me because for one, I'm not a gay male, and number two, yet again, I am not a gay male, so I cannot understand or see how it is possible that any of these things, in a sense, transpired other than due to the fact of the complexion of this man. Because I'm pretty sure that the men there during that time frame would have scrutinized a gay black man, right? Or a black gay man, whichever way you want to sit up there and put it. But what ended up happening inevitably, which is what always happens, is that due to the fact of that it was Jeffrey Dahmer who was a white male, they weren't going to, in a sense, have their guards up, which is what you were able to see. This is why they accepted drinks. This is why he was able to buy them drinks. This is why he was able to talk to them repeatedly, no matter how many red flags were there, no matter how awkward, he was, no matter how many lies or how many things didn't add up. He was able to sit up there and do it. Why? Strictly off of the fact that he was a white male going for these black men. Then later on, he went into the aspect of, hey, this woman that, specifically says something that was stated. I guess he did his research and he found out that I guess she is with a black man or dates, black men. And he went on to state that she more than likely views the victims the same way as she views black men as bodies, which is actually quite ironic that she states that because if you happen to have a great memory and pay attention to that point, it's going to come up. It's going to come up very soon. Just keep that in mind. He specifically stated, and he wanted to point out a woman who stated that she felt sorry when Jeffrey Dahmer ended up dying, but she did not have, in a sense, that same view when it dealt with the black gay men who Jeffrey Dahmer took the life of. Right. So like I said, pay attention to that. Just keep that in the back of your mind. Ash again, he wanted to use the statement of that the woman more than likely views the victim the same way as she views black men, right? Which is bodies, right? So remember, this is him generalizing and putting both black gay men and straight black men directly in the exact same box, but then at the same time, still trying to separate one from the other. Yet again, the same exact double talk happening yet again. So now it's going to come to the point in time where all of this, in a sense, is going to make way more sense as to why it is that I'm going to say what it is that I'm about to say.
Here comes a new challenger!
Even have life insurance. Anytime you die, we got to do a damn GoFundMe. Y'all can't even die right. Y'all been trying to stick this square peg in the round hole for centuries, and it just doesn't work because you're not meant to be the head of the household. You were never meant to be.
Another one.
Even have life insurance. Anytime you die, we got to do a damn GoFundMe. Y'all can't even die right. Y'all been trying to stick this square peg in the round hole for centuries, and it just doesn't work because you're not meant to be the head of the household. You were never meant to be.
You're a victim.
Here we go, CSI.
All right, so somebody has to explain to me, right? This is the same person who is stating that people don't care about what it is that Jeffrey Dahmer did due to the fact, right, that it happened to black gay men. But within the exact same breath of the fact that this is the one talking is a black gay male, within the exact same breath of which he speaks, he is a black man at the end of the day. And what did he say about straight black men? He said that we can't even die right. Let me repeat that one more time. A black gay male who is all over the place, who has a variety of titles, right? Who is a part of two different groups at the same time, right? Decided to get on social media and say that black men can't even die right. And then wanted to state that, oh, and this is why when y'all die, we gotta do a GoFundMe, and we gotta do this, and we gotta do that. And because of all of this, this is why y'all were never meant to be a head of the household. So then my question is, so then who is meant to be the head of the household then, right? Because to my knowledge, the head of the household is supposed to be the one that is supposed to protect the house. They're supposed to protect the woman that is there. They're supposed to protect the children. So if a black man is not meant to be that, then who is supposed to do it? Because that's completely baffling to me. That's completely baffling to me. And don't say it's going to be you, because if we're supposed to understand that, then if you're supposed to be the one that's supposed to do it, explain to me how it is that y'all got caught up with Jeffrey Dahmer, right? If you're saying that black men are basically weak and all this other type of stuff, then what does that make you getting preyed on by a basic, average, everyday white dude going into his apartment that you know that smells rotten? You watching him lock the door, hearing him lock the door. You're seeing all of this stuff that's not making sense. You're feeling uneasy. All the flags are there. You're taking drinks from this dude, and you know that something is up with the drink, but you still drink it. What are we talking about right now? What are we talking about right now? And this is when I sit up there and try to tell people that as a black man, we are getting attacked from every single side possible. And people don't even realize it. People don't even want to see it. They just think that black men are just trying to say any and everything because, oh, you're just trying to escape because people are finally throwing responsibility on you because you've always been running from responsibility. Nah, son. Black men have literally been getting attacked from every single area, from everybody. Like, and this is what it looks like. This is what it sounds like. For all intents and purposes, you got a black man sitting up there attacking black men. And then within the same breath, coming from a black man sitting up there saying that, yo, y'all were never supposed to be the head of the household. Y'all don't deserve to be the head of the household. Y'all can't even die right. Look at what we got to do for y'all in general. Wow. And you wonder why it is that people don't care. And you wonder why it is that specific people really don't care. You wonder why it is that you don't have straight black men, in a sense, speaking up and standing up for y'all whenever things transpire. It's because of people like this. It's because of people like this that go out here and that want to be on social media platforms and generalize and want to say things like this about straight black men. Like I said, this is 1,000% crazy to hear somebody that is reflective, that is a part of the black community, say something like this. All I'm hearing is a whole bunch of disdain, a whole bunch of jadedness, a whole bunch of unresolved issues, anger, and hurt. But yet, instead of dealing with that, you want to project all of that onto black men in general, and you want to say something like this, but at the same time, you wondering why it is that people don't care about what it is that you go through. You're the reason why. But you're so clouded in judgment and emotions that you can't even see it. But like I said, maybe I got everything misconstrued, right? Maybe this is the point in time where people are going to perform their cancel culture wizardry, and they're going to try to say that I have an obia, right? You can finish out the rest of that word, that I have an obia, right? About certain individuals that are a part of certain communities and their lifestyles and different stuff of that nature. And maybe this is the part where people are going to decide to tell me that, you know, I don't have the right to speak on this because I am not from a specific or from said community, and that I lack the understanding to even be able to voice an opinion on it. If that's the case, then that means that if you are not a straight black man, then you should not at all be judging or viewing, you know, a straight black man. You shouldn't even be talking on that subject because you're not a part of that group. But yet, that's not the world that we live in. And everybody seems to have an opinion on everybody else's stuff. So yet, here we are on social media. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I stated in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.